Earl Thomas is still available, now is available. Would you sign him? Here's a guy, 31 years old, but he's got trouble in the locker room apparently with his teammates. And are they at the point where he's some guy you might want to go after? He's trouble in the locker room, trouble with the coach, but if he can play. But what about Earl Thomas? Any interest at all?
Well, we have to look at, this isn't just one team that he's sort of run afoul of, There's that famous picture of him leaving the field in Seattle after an injury and flipping the bird to his head coach. We know that Kansas City was close to signing him when Baltimore swooped in and offered him all that money. And I know for a fact now that Baltimore regrets it. He never really fit in that locker room. I think he had an interception on the first defensive series of the year last year, and then only had one the rest of the year. So it's not like he's coming off a great year. Yeah. I would stay away from him if I were them. It sounds to me like a guy that John Dorsey would swoop in and pick up and worry about the personality conflict later. But I don't think Stefanski and Andrew Berry are going to do that.
No, but I think at this point where there's some, they got to get some players. There's some urgency involved here, and I don't think they can be as picky as they were even a couple of weeks ago. There's some guys that you've got a red flag on, and sometimes you got to throw the red flag away.
Well, I think there are other options too. So there are other guys that can play safety out there. I also think Earl Thomas is going to look around the league at connections that he might have. One is Dan Quinn. When he was in Seattle, he was his defensive coordinator, and Quinn, of course, is still down in Atlanta. I think he has talked before about wanting to play for New England. So I certainly wouldn't get into any kind of a bidding war hoping to get him if he's considering other options, and I think he probably is.